Great. Let us learn today center of mass. So center of mass of a two particle system. So let us write down center of mass of a two particle system. Let us assume that there are two particles and their location is defined as if they are here. One is, let us say, somewhere here, M1, and the another is at location M2, and O is the origin, so that we can make their position vector P1 and P2 respectively. Okay. The line joining M1 and M2, the center of mass will be somewhere, let us say, at point C. Okay. And we call, if we join OC, we will call OC as RCM, position vector of center of mass. Okay. Similarly, the position P1 will be represented by a vector, by the vector, we will call this vector what? We will call this vector R1. Similarly, this vector will be called R2. Position vector ये मैंने आपको vector में सिखाया है. I hope you will not have any trouble with that, right? Okay, so this is how. Now, how do I find my position vector of C? So what do? We will multiply M1 R1 plus M2 R2 upon M1 plus M2, and that is my RCM. Okay. इसको थोड़ी सी एक एनालॉजी से समझो. सपोज एक मास मेरे पास यहाँ M1 है, यहाँ एक मास M2 है, और दोनों को मैंने मिला दिया. ठीक है. तो सेंटर ऑफ मास जो इन दोनों को लाइन को हमने ज्वाइन किया, उसी के बीच में कहीं पड़ेगा. ठीक है. अब इसमें सपोज लेट अस से M1 जो है ना 5 kg है एंड M2 2 kg है. अब आप थोड़ा सा सोच के बताओ कि सेंटर ऑफ मास टुवर्ड्स 2 kg होगा या टुवर्ड्स 5 kg होगा. एज ए कॉमन सेंस 5 kg होगा. मेक सेंस, इजंट इट? तो लेट अस से समवेयर हियर, let us say this is my C, and let us say this distance is x1 and this distance is x2. So obviously if I see, here is the point where my torques are. If I see, I take it as a pivot, balancing pivot, then I can easily say that M1 x1 equal to M2 x2. Yes or no? That means M1 upon x2 is x2 upon x1. In general, we can say mass is proportional to 1 by x. आप थोड़ा सा इसको ऐसे सोचो. अभी जैसे हमने सीसो का एक वीडियो देखा था, राइट? सो सीसो बैलेंसिंग कब हो रहा था? पाइवट पे. आपने देखा सीसो कुछ इस टाइप से था. यहाँ पे एक बीच में सपोर्ट था, यहाँ पे एक लड़का बैठा हुआ था जिसका कुछ मास था M1. लेट अस से यहाँ पे जो बैठा हुआ था उसका मास M1 था, और यहाँ पे जो बैठा हुआ है उसका मास M2 है, राइट? फंडामेंटली देखें तो M2G नीचे की तरफ लग रहा है. यस. M1G नीचे की तरफ लग रहा है, and this is pivot, right? So if this is the distance, let's say x1, and this is the distance, let's say x2, then torque क्या बताया था मैंने पिछली क्लास में? Torque is basically the distance multiplied by the force. This is force, this is let's say force F1, this is force F2. So x1 multiplied by F1, if it is able to balance, that means the clockwise torque will be equal to anti-clockwise torque, yes or no? So which means x1 into f1 will be x2 into f2, which means x1 m1g equal to x2 m2g, which means x1 m1 equal to x2 m2, which means m1 upon m2 is x2 upon x1. क्लियरली हम ये एक जनरल ऑब्जर्वेशन देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, yes or no? अब समझ में आया या नहीं है? क्लियर है? दैट मीन्स more is the mass nearer the center of mass. इनवर्स है ना? ठीक है कि नहीं? सो इस चीज को थोड़ा सा हम ध्यान रख सकते हैं. सिमिलरली you can extend this whole discussion to n number of particles, yes or no? So मेरा RCM क्या हो जाएगा? 4n particles, 4n particles of mass m1, m2, m3 and so on, mn, with position vectors r1, r2, r3 and so on, कहाँ तक? rn तक. तो मेरा RCM क्या होगा? We can say that RCM would be m1 r1, m2 r2, m3 r3 and so on. और लास्ट में क्या लिखेंगे? mn rn upon the entire mass m1 plus m2 plus m3 and so on plus mn. हाँ या ना? Tell me. Agreed? So what will I get? I will get sigma mi ri upon sigma mi, and what is my I? I is from 1 to n. Similarly here I is 1 to n. Is it making sense to you now? Okay. Now you had already observed that R1 can be written as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap, yes or no? कोई भी पोजीशन वेक्टर को हम x और y इसमें बांट सकते हैं. So if I have to know corresponding xcm, so it will be sigma I equal to 1 to n mi xi, और दो पार्टिकल हैं तो आप सीधे सीधे इसको लिख दीजिए ओनली फॉर टू पार्टिकल सिस्टम, जैसे कि हमने ओरिजिनल दिखाया है. तो क्या लिखेंगे? m1 x1 प्लस m2 x2 अपॉन m1 प्लस m2. एग्रीड? सिमिलरली ycm क्या होगा? ycm वुड बी m1 y1 प्लस m2 y2 अपॉन m1 प्लस m2. कोई डाउट? एग्रीड? सो हम जो पोजीशन वेक्टर r है उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग x एंड y वेक्टर्स जो भी उसके हैं निकाल सकते हैं. ओके. Now let us say let us further discuss it more elaboratively. Let us say we are putting two separate forces now on P1 and P2. Okay. हम क्या लेते हैं कि यहाँ पे एक एक्सटर्नल फोर्स लगाते हैं हम यहाँ ऐसे, एंड यहाँ क्या लेते हैं F1 एक्सटर्नल, EXT लिख देते हैं एक्सटर्नल. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे एक फोर्स लग जाता है F2 EXT external. Okay, and then obviously when there is a force, it would result in some kind of, let us say there is this force called F12 and there is this force called F21. Okay, vector. Now what would happen to the velocity of each particles? So velocity as well as the acceleration of the particle would be what? Let us start defining. V1 be the particle 1, first particle's velocity. What can we write? It will be change of vector r1 with respect to time dt. dr by dt होता है या नहीं होता है बोलो. And a1 माने corresponding acceleration क्या होगा? dv1 upon dt. dv by dt होती general definition. So we could write d2 r1 upon dt square. Similarly, for particle 2, v2 would be dr2 upon dt, and corresponding acceleration a2 would be dv2 upon dt. Okay, or you can write it d2 r2 upon dt square. Now total force F1, let us say total force F1 would be what? F12 plus F external, yes or no? ये total force होगा. F1 is equal to F12 plus F1 external. Okay. Similarly, F2 would be F21 plus F2 external. Okay. According to Newton's second law of motion, equation of motion for the two particles, how can we write? Obviously, a force generates what? Acceleration? Yes or no? Tell me. So what can we write? F1 would be correspondingly m1a1. We are only putting Newton's third law, which is equal to F12 plus F1 external. Similarly, if we talk about F2, it will be m2a2, yes, which is nothing but F21 plus F2 external. Okay. But according to Newton's third law, the internal forces mutually exerted by two particles are equal and opposite. You already know that. That means F12 is equal to negative F21. Okay, that we already know, which means we can write F12 plus F21 as 0. Okay, which means m1 a1 plus m2 a2 is equal to my capital F. Okay. The overall yeah, so which is nothing but F1 external, as you said, plus F2 external. Agreed or not agreed? This is my total external force acting on the system. Okay. Now suppose the total mass of the two particle system is capital M, then I can write capital M is equal to m1 plus m2. That's my total mass. Yes or no? And corresponding acceleration is actually ACM, then I can write that force F can be written as mass into ACM. So what we can write? MACM could actually become m1 d2 r1 upon dt square plus m2 d2 r2 upon dt square. अंडरस्टूड? a1 की वैल्यू रखी है बस हमने और a2 की वैल्यू रखी है, which means if I simply take out d2 upon dt square, I would get m1 r1 plus m2 r2. Okay, or I can say that I can write this capital M, I can divide it. So what will I get? I will get ACM is equal to d2 upon dt square, or we can say m1 r1 plus m2 r2 upon m1 plus m2. Okay. Is it understood? So acceleration ACM is called acceleration vector of center of mass, right? So it is acceleration vector of center of mass. So acceleration vector क्या है हमारा? We can say that acceleration can also be written as d2 by dt square of what? RCM? Yes or no? Tell me. Is d2 upon dt square and m1 r1 plus m2 r2 upon m1 plus m2. Are you through with this? Clear है या नहीं है? बोलो. Yes, step. We are doing this derivation. So we can write now RCM as m1 r1 plus m2 r2 okay. So m2 r2 upon m1 plus m2. So did you learn quite well about this derivation, how to really get your vector? And if you generalize, you can easily write RCM for n number of particles as sigma mi ri upon sigma mi, and I belongs to 1 to n, correct? Yes or no? Tell me, is it okay? So this would be your fundamental derivation of center of mass. Let me just correspondingly write each one of these vectors. Now this whole thing can be, this entire concept which we did in 2 dimension can be extended to 3 dimension, x, y, z. right? So if your position vector is in air with respect to some origin, then there will be three coordinate system, x, y, z, right? So we can write xcm as m1 x1 m2 x2 plus mn xn, right? divided by m1 plus m2 plus so on plus mn. Are you through with me? And then we can say okay, sigma mi xi upon sigma mi, okay? Or we can simply write sigma mi xi upon capital M, ये भी लिख सकते हैं. Similarly ycm क्या हो जाएगा, m1 y1 plus m2 y2 and so on plus mn xn upon m1 plus m2 plus so and so on mn equal to, okay, so it will be sigma mi yi upon sigma mi, which is same as sigma mi yi upon capital M, okay. Similarly ZCM, our ZCM would be m1 z1 plus m2 z2 plus blah blah plus mn zn upon m1 plus m2, okay, plus m3 and so on plus mn. So we can write sigma mi yi upon sigma mi. In fact this yi नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे zi होगा, ठीक है कि नहीं, zi, got it? So we can also write it what, sigma mz upon capital M, okay, like this. Now equations of motion for center of mass, सपोज हम F1, F2, F3, Fn एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस लगाते हैं, ठीक है कि नहीं, है ना? सो एक्टिंग ऑन द रेस्पेक्टिव पार्टिकल M1, M2, M3 एंड Mn, लाइक दैट. सो रेस्पेक्टिवली जो हमारा फोर्स वेक्टर होगा वो ऑल्सो इट विल बी ए सम ऑफ ऑल ऑफ देम, ओके. सो व्हाट इट वुड बी, लाइक वी कुड हैव रिटन M ACM would be F1 plus F2 plus F3 and so on plus Fn, okay. Or we can say M times ACM equal to F total. You could written like that कि भाई ये total force के equal होगा, because that's the kind of force we are putting, okay. और हमारा ACM क्या है, you already know it. It is d2 by dt square and of what, RCM, that I had already explained you, okay. अच्छा, sometime you may not exactly find, you know, a continuous mass distribution. बेसिकली ये जो हमने डिस्कशन किया है कंटिन्यूस मास डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पे अप्लाई हो जाएगा. बट मान लो कंटिन्यूस मास डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हम ये कहते हैं कि भाई इन केस द बॉडी with a continuous mass distribution. See, currently what we have discussed is a discrete distribution, right? Now if there is a continuous mass distribution, then we can replace it, we can replace sigma by term integration, okay. इंटीग्रेशन हमेशा कंटिन्यूअस कर्व्स के लिए होता है, कंटिन्यूअस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए होता है. सो व्हाट वी कैन राइट, वी विल राइट माय एक्ससीएम in this case as 1 upon capital M sigma XDM. Continuous mass distribution इसी तरह से दिखाया जाएगा along X. Similarly YCM क्या हो जाएगा मेरा, YCM would be 1 upon capital M YDM and ZCM क्या हो जाएगा, ZCM would be 1 upon M ZDM. So this will be for those which are having continuous mass distribution. Okay, like this. And accordingly, what will be my RCM? RCM would be, remember that these are all vector RCM. So 1 upon M RDM. All right. Now suppose if I choose center of mass as origin, if let us say we choose center of mass as origin, okay, center of mass as origin of our coordinate system, then what will happen, then जो मेरा R वेक्टर है RCM x, y, z is equal to 0, origin पे है तो, right? So or we can say RDM would be 0. Okay, accordingly जो XDM है it will be same as YDM, is same as ZDM, will be same as 0. Tell me, are you comfortable with this discussion? Okay, so let us close this series here. We will begin some illustration. Okay.